Hey gorgeous, welcome back to Life in Style. This video is going to be my beauty room slash office slash chick cave tour, which has been a long time coming. I've been working on this room now for about a year, but I finally have it the way I want it. All of the elements are in place. And I'm just really happy with the way it's turned out. So it's time for me to start filming everything. I just wanted to do a quick intro and just kind of talk quickly about and what my thought process was. Really almost about a year ago, it was about Mother's Day, and we're at the end of April, that I kind of decided to do something different with this room. This basically is a finished basement, but it was being used kind of as a rec room and also as like an extra TV room. And nobody was down here except for myself for filming, editing, and uploading my YouTube videos. I had kind of like half of the basement for my makeup collection and my filming stuff and all that stuff. And then on the other side was a sofa TV, like a TV stand, and just a bunch of like knickknacks and shit like that, you know, I didn't want upstairs and I just decided to keep downstairs. So about a year ago, I have been watching a lot of office tours and I'm like, well, why can't I do that downstairs? Like literally nobody goes downstairs except for myself. We had a TV, like I said, no one had turned that TV on in about 9 to 10 months. And the color scheme I came up with was mint green, blush, white, and gold. And I know that that's an extremely popular type of like color palette for people's rooms, but it was something that I wanted because they weren't colors that I used in my like upstairs in the main living area. So I wanted to make this room something different because again, I wasn't using this type of color palette upstairs or gold, which I am not a gold girl. I've recently, you know, within the last year or so, really turned into a gold girl, but I did not like gold whatsoever. I was always a silver tone type of person. And for me, the gold just sets it off beautifully. I did a couple of DIYs, which I'll talk about as we're going through the video. But again, everything has come together really nicely, and this room really does feel like a refuge for me. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start out this video with some clips of video I had taken when I first started this process about a year ago. I actually haven't even seen the clips after I filmed them, so I'm gonna go on when I'm editing and uploading this video. I'm gonna take a look at those clips and I'm gonna insert them in before we start the main tour as to how everything has come out, but that'll kind of give you a clue as to what this room used to look like and a couple of snippets of things throughout those first several weeks. So I can't wait for you to see it. So let's go ahead and get into the tour. So we're going to start out with this piece right here. This is my vanity table. This is a laptop desk from IKEA, and the reason why I purchased it was because it was small, it was light, and it was also very inexpensive. It's only $39. I didn't really need a big dressing table per se because I don't necessarily sit at a dressing table to get dressed or put on my makeup, I should say, but I wanted something to add a little more punch in the room because I had a lot of empty spaces. This desk was not here initially when I was doing the room, but this is where it ended up, and I personally like it very much. The chair you see there is a chair that I got from Target. I actually got it in a pair, and I gave one to my stepdaughter. She actually has the same laptop desk in her bedroom, but she uses it as a desk, so we kind of both have the same setup. Overall, I like very much the way this looks in the room, and you'll see the other pieces in the same IKEA collection, but I painted those gold. I kept this white. I didn't really want too much gold, and I do have white throughout the room, and I just wanted to keep this as was, so I'm very happy with the entire setup. Up top, I just have a jewelry holder, some flowers, a mug that says, "Hey Gorgeous," and then Muji drawers, some brushes, and some like cosmetic elements and stuff like that, and some nail lacquers in the back there. So that is my vanity setup. And then if we move up, I'm just going to show you the curtains that I purchased and I have all around the room, which I really, really love. So the curtain rod is from Amazon, and as soon as I saw these, I knew I wanted them. I will link everything down below that's readily available. These curtains were actually not the original curtains that were here when I first started this process. The curtains that I had originally gotten were kind of this candy cane pink, but I decided to keep them because it was something different that I normally wouldn't do upstairs in the main living area. But as time went on, I knew that I wanted something a little more blush and a little more light. These curtains I got from Kohl's. They're from one of the Lauren Conrad collections, and I absolutely love them. They have like these little sequins throughout, so it adds a nice touch when you kind of move around the room. You get a little bit of glint and glow as you kind of move around and get different you know, like different angles of the curtains, but I absolutely love them. They work perfectly and just look so, so beautiful. So I'm very, very happy with them. This area that you see right here is right next to the vanity. This also was not the way it looks now with the lamps. I had two pictures on the walls, but I knew that I needed more light in here. Because it is a basement, there's not a lot of light at all, and I needed to add lamps throughout the room to get enough light in here, especially at night when I'm working. But again, this is an element to the room that I just absolutely adore. I love these lamps. They're from Lamps Plus. They were only $40, which is amazing because lamps can get expensive. The floating shelves that you see there, I purchased from Home Depot, and so here, as you can see, again, I just have some books, some greenery. All of the greenery down here, plants, flowers, whatever, are all fake because, first of all, flowers aren't going to really thrive in this environment, and secondly, I do not have a green thumb for anything. I swear to God, I could probably kill a cactus that wouldn't need water for a year. I'm not kidding, it's that bad. But again, I just wanted to add decorative things that would look really nice in the room, add a lot of, you know, nice pops of color, and just make me happy overall, which I really, really like the way this came out. I did this just a few days ago. The shelves actually had shoes on them because I kind of wanted to make this as well a dressing room area. So this room serves a lot of different functions, but then I started thinking that I just wanted kind of, you know, an array of different things, and this is what the final result was, and I'm extremely happy with it. Over in this corner, we have a door that goes to the outside. It does have a window, so I went ahead and covered it with a I guess kind of like a cafe curtain. It had a very, very ugly shade there, or blinds, and the homeowner just said to get rid of them. We removed all of the blinds from the windows and put down the new curtains, which you saw the one curtain earlier in blush, and I have two others on the other side of the room. She said to just go ahead and get rid of them so that we can go ahead and put the curtains on. So then just kind of panning down here, you see this gorgeous club chair. I purchased this probably a couple of days or within a week of me deciding that I wanted to change this room. This pink chair is from Target, and it is from Nate Berkus. I don't think it's available anymore, but if I find something that's comparable to it, I will go ahead and link it. Love the color, of course, is perfect. And then the tufting on the inside of the chair that you can see there is just gorgeous. And then I have some pillows there that have some gold in them to just kind of tie in the rest of the room. Then on the other side of the vanity, I just wanted to show you these quickly. These are the closet doors that are in this room, and I decided to paint the squares and the rectangles a blush color just to kind of tie in the rest of the room. And then also the handles there are gold that I got from Target. But this is one of my favorite elements of the room because I just think it adds such a nice pop as, you know, opposed to a door that's just completely, or doors that are completely all white. So very happy the way this DIY came out as well. So now we're over into the area where I keep my desk. As you can see, it's not a very big desk, but it works for me. This desk I got at Target recently. They have a new collection there, which is really gorgeous, kind of Bombay inspired and that sort of thing. And so I picked up this desk. It was only $119, and it is absolutely beautiful. I love it. It's very sturdy and beautiful. I will move the chair in a moment just to kind of show you the whole desk, just that in its entirety. But the chair I got at Home Goods for about $129, and it's very comfortable. And I like the way it ties into the rest of the room with the color of like that silvery gray. As you can see, I have my computer on there. I have a tray there. Again, just some greenery to add a little bit of life to that part of the room, and then like pens and pencils, just like your normal daily kind of stuff. So there you can see the desk in its entirety, and again, I just love the way it is. It's simple, but yet like the legs and also the drawer pulls that are like bamboo in gold, which again, you know, fit into the room perfectly. Really just I just loved it when I put it together and put it up. It just, you know, really made me happy to have something so pretty. And I love sitting at the desk, even if I'm sitting there for hours, either blogging or editing and uploading. I absolutely love this desk. Right above the desk, there are two prints. Both of these I purchased at IKEA. They were $5 a piece, and then also the frames are from IKEA. In fact, the frames were more expensive than the prints. They were $14.99 a piece, but overall, I think it was pretty inexpensive because framed pieces can get expensive depending on where you go. And I just love, again, that it just adds this kind of sense of whimsy and just, you know, like a playful touch to the room. Also, another lamp like the ones that I showed you against the back wall from Lamps Plus. And if you notice, I also have here, like I had in the other ones, the cord covers. I really didn't talk about those, but those really make a really nice finishing touch because we don't have, or again, because we're renting, we didn't want to have to put out too much money for an electrician to come in and rewire things. And so we had to get plug-in lamps, but the cord covers to me are gorgeous. They go with those lamps, and I think it sets it off very nicely. So now we're here on the opposite side of the room from my desk. This is where I keep the bulk of my makeup. First of all, starting with this mirror, this is a mirror that I got at Target. It was $50. It is a very big, beautiful mirror, and it looks heavy, but it's extremely light. It takes just one nail to hang it up, and it looks beautiful. This is one of my favorite purchases in this room because I just love how big it is and how inexpensive it was. So I'm just going to pan down quickly and just give you an overview of this piece from IKEA. This is one that I DIY'd, and we'll go into that quickly. I DIY'd both that piece and the one I'm going to show you after. These are the same, or they're pieces from the same collection as the piece that I'm using for my vanity. Again, I just decided to paint these in gold. So this is just a closer look at the smaller bookcase. I did I think the most popular DIY for this piece and the tall one, which I'll show you in a moment, which is to spray painted gold and then use contact paper on top, basically like on the particle board side of it, because on this one there's one glass shelf and then the other two are just like particle board. But I used a marble contact paper, which was extremely easy to apply. I was actually more scared of that than doing the spray paint, but I absolutely love the way it looks. It looks like a higher end piece. These can get very expensive if you're looking for ateliers that are in gold automatically, you know, from the manufacturer, whatever. They can run you into the hundreds and even into the thousands. So this piece, I want to say it was maybe $59.99. I'll link it below because it is readily available. But for that, a couple of cans of spray paint and a roll of, you know, contact paper, I got a piece that, although it will not be with me forever, because it does have little scratches here and there, fits the bill for what it does, and I absolutely love the way it came out. This is the taller of the two bookcases, and I'm just giving you a quick overview before we get a little closer to the shelves. But as you can see, I have makeup here and also some fashion elements, which again, I wanted this not just to be a makeup storage room, but also something that was kind of like a refuge dressing room, just a place I can come down here and, you know, whether I'm working or just getting dressed, it can kind of be a girly refuge for me. So I'm pretty happy the way this came out. So up top here on these top two shelves, I basically just have makeup. I have two original beauty boxes, foundations, highlighters, lipsticks. I have all of my Juvia's Place palettes out because I really do like them for display because the covers of them are just absolutely so beautiful. Love the size of this thing too. This one I believe was $79.99, but again, for that price with a couple of you know, cans of spray paint and the marble contact paper, you have a really nice piece that will come under, you know, well under $100 as opposed to paying $200, $300, you know, $100 or even $1,000 for a piece like this. The bottom two shelves have a lot of purses and stuff like that. On the bottom, I just have two Kate Spade purses, a Kate Spade gift box, and then above there, I just have a couple of clutches and kind of like going out purses. Again, I just wanted to decorate this as well, not just to make it utilitarian. I wanted a place that I could enjoy, you know, really sitting in and being in for hours at a time. And then the glass case that you see there, and I'm just going to zoom you in a little bit. This glass case is one of my favorite things in this room. I have been wanting this case for quite some time. and finally got it when it went on sale, plus free shipping, because shipping can really get you. It's weird. It's like we'll spend $100, but we won't spend $6 on shipping or whatever it is. But it's completely glass, as you can see, with just like trimming of gold. But I love it because the jewelry is visible, but it's also protected from dust. So when I'm down here getting ready, I can readily, see everything that I have there, and still kind of, mentally know. So even if I'm getting ready upstairs, I know to come down here and pick a piece out of here, or a couple of pieces. And I just love how it adds that kind of girly / dressing room element to the room. It's just not a home office. So again, this is from West Elm. I would definitely suggest waiting for a sale because it is very expensive, but it's also very big. I've seen people use these to store sunglasses. If you're a person who really has a lot of sunglasses, but not necessarily a place to store them, this is always really good. And I'm sure you can use this for just about anything. But again, one of my favorite pieces in this room, hands down. I do not regret this purchase whatsoever. This area right here is one that makes me smile every single time I look at it. Here I have a dressing rack, which is from IKEA. This is the most inexpensive one that they sell. It is $10, $9.99. Just white metal, very easy to put together. I am an expert in putting together IKEA furniture because we have so much. This literally took me about 3 minutes to put together. So I'm just gonna get a little closer here. I have a couple of hats up there, which I just think ties that area together very, very nicely. Just a couple of pieces of clothing, kind of like a capsule wardrobe. And then at the bottom there, because this one does not have a shelf for shoes, you see there are shoes on the floor. But I like the way it came out very much. This piece here is also one from IKEA, and I will link it down below. I just have a couple of decorative elements up top there, flowers and some more makeup and nail lacquers. But I had the Alex drawers before, and you probably saw those very, very early on when I was doing my declutter and makeup collection series way back at the beginning. I sold those because they are very, very good for storing makeup, but they just have absolutely no kind of style quality to them, and I was just getting really, really tired of them. This one, just a little more mid-century modern, so for me, I really do like it. So again, this area here, just love it. Those rose gold hangers, I will link those down below. Those are from Amazon, and I believe they're 5 for $10. Absolutely gorgeous, and I love the way they kind of tie in everything else with the room. So now we're at the section of the room where the fireplace is situated. As you can see, it's floor to ceiling, white brick. We do want to paint this to just freshen it up a bit, but overall for now it's absolutely fine. As you can see inside the hearth, I put a mirror in there. It's just a mirror from IKEA. It was probably about $10, and then in front of that, just a really big hurricane from Party Light. I'll just get a little closer so you could see with tea lights in there, and then just styling the mantle to give it some interest. I have a tray there with a vase and a flower, and then a Buddha candle holder also from Party Light. I just like the fact that it was all white and very, very clean. And then over on this side, I just have a really nice vase full of fake flowers there. I just recently got these flowers. I am forever in Michael's, and they always have their flowers like 40 to 50% off. The vase I got at IKEA, but I do not believe that they have it anymore. So the mantelpiece up here was an unfinished or unpainted wood, and I went ahead and painted that just a few days ago because I wanted it white against everything else just to kind of melt in there. And then as you can see, I just have some pictures, some faux succulents, and some more vases over there to the left with faux flowers. So that is the fireplace there, which I really love. It's a great element. It is a working fireplace, but I don't ever use it. I can't wait to show you what it looks like during Christmas because I really decorate this beautifully, and I just love the way it comes together. Over here, you can see this DIY painting that I did. It says "For Like Ever." I don't know if you've seen the actual poster that this is mirrored after, but the poster, just a poster, not a canvas, not framed, is $65, but it is so popular. So I decided that I was going to do my own. I just got a canvas from Michael's, and then a really pretty shade of blush paint, painted the entire canvas, and then used gold metallic paint for the lettering there. Basically what I needed it there for was to cover up the switches that were back there, which were just an eyesore. So I did that, and I really like the way that came out there. So I wanted to give you a close-up of these floating shelves before I give you an overview of the front of the house with the sofa and all of that. These floating shelves are also from Home Depot, and I just knew as soon as I saw the space in between the two windows, I knew that that's what I was going to do. As you can see, I have fairies on the bottom there with some flowers. I love collecting fairies. And then in the middle there, also a couple of vases full of flowers, and then some of my Funko Rock Candy dolls. I love collecting Funko Pop stylized dolls, and these always are out no matter what. It's just something that's, you know, important to me and kind of close to my heart, collecting these dolls, so I wanted them out. And then up top there, those are actually lights that are meant for the outside. When I was looking around, because I pretty much shop my house when I want to like decorate a room, when I was looking in our laundry room where I had them, I saw them and I'm like, well, we haven't used them outside. It's been over a year, so I'm going to go ahead and grab them out. They're the perfect colors. You can see mint, white, and gray, and they're absolutely perfect for this area. So I really like the way this came out. I will usually change this out a little bit every couple of weeks just to kind of keep it fresh and keep it rotating. So this is a quick overview of the front of the house. This is opposite my vanity area. As you could see there are the floating shelves I just showed you. And then this couch was already here, but again, nobody came down here, and I decided to keep it in case I have friends over and we come downstairs and just listen to music and hang out. There's a place for them to obviously sit. There you see the two curtains, like the other one that I showed you over my vanity. Those I got from Kohl's, and the curtain rods are from Amazon, which, like I said, I will link down below. I don't recall where I got these pillows at, but you can pretty much get these fur type pillows anywhere. You can get them from H&M Home, you can get them from Target. I mean, so many different places sell them. But this sofa, again, I really, really love because it provides a lot of seating, and it's a very modern piece of furniture. Back there is just a picture here on the ledge, and I'll just get a little closer. And then there is, yes, a BB-8 figurine. And it's actually more than a figurine, it's a little robot. I was dying for this little thing, but it was $40 at the Disney store, and it went on sale 2 Christmases ago for, I want to say, 20 bucks, and I snatched it up without even thinking twice. If you press the button, it rolls all over the floor and makes noises. Really, really love Star Wars. I'm a Marvel girl, you know, DC girl, comics. I love all that stuff, so that's why I like these little touches around my room, because they reflect who I am. So we're just going to pan over this way so you could see the rest of that. There's another lamp there. And then we're going to talk about quickly just this side table. This side table that you see here, I got at Target. I got this probably about 2 years ago, so it is no longer available. But, you know, tables like this, even if it's not the same color scheme, are available, you know, the same styling, are pretty much available anywhere. So up top, I just have some flowers, my Instax camera, a candle, the Cupcakes and Cashmere book, and a picture frame with a picture there. And then on the bottom, I just have a wire basket with some of my planners from this year and also from last year, because they were pretty to display, so those stay there. I didn't want to get rid of this side table. This used to be in my bedroom, and I thought that bringing it down here would add a little more storage, which I do have stuff in that drawer, and another place to put a couple of different things. Then the last thing in this room that I want to show you kind of a close-up of is my coffee table. Again, I knew I wanted to get things in here that I wouldn't necessarily use in my regular living space, and this is a table that I would never ever use just because of the glass and gold, but down here it's absolute perfection. I knew I also wanted a table with 2 shelves, because some of them will come with just like a top tier for you to put stuff on, but I wanted 2. So, you know, I have flowers and books and trays, and I have some hand lotion, a calendar, some journals, and then at the bottom there I have some makeup books. I have a Kevin Aucoin book, a couple from Gemma Kidd, and then the Vogue coffee table book, which is under the Kevin Aucoin Making Faces. And then in the back I just have some fairies back there, which are bigger fairies than the ones you saw on the floating shelves. Again, I just love to collect fairies, so I definitely wanted to keep them out in the room. The rug you see there is from overstock.com, and I will link that down below. They come in different sizes, round, rectangular, and I believe runners as well. Most of the stuff that I've showed you here today is readily available, so I will make sure to link it down below. So that's the second rug that's in this room, and like I said, I didn't want a circle one. It would have looked nice, I think, but I just wanted something a little different to just add a different type of shape to the room and a different texture to the room as well. Same company, the actual motifs on them vary just a bit, but the color scheme is the same. It's purple, gray, a little bit of pink, and some cream. So overall, I think it ties everything in together very, very well. So just finishing off this video with a quick pan through from what I've shown you so far. This is the back, as you can see, with my vanity area, the lamps, and the floating shelves. There's the chair and the door where I have that little cafe curtain. Then panning over on this wall where I have the two bookcases that I DIY'd from IKEA. Just again, a really nice way to display makeup and also some purses and things like that. I just like everything out. It just looks really nice, and I think it adds to the decorative elements of the room. Here's the front of the house again with the chest of drawers, which I have makeup in, the dressing rod there that I have. There's the sofa with the floating shelves, the front windows, and then there is the side table there. And then the last wall here is just the wall that contains the fireplace there, and there's my desk area over here like I showed you earlier with those awesome pictures on the wall. And that's going to do it for the tour of my office slash beauty room. I hope it's a video that you enjoyed. Please give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Also, please remember to subscribe before you leave if you haven't already. Click that little bell so you get alerted as to whenever I upload new videos. Thank you so very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.